My name is Natasha Ioannou, and I work in Friends of the Earth as a project manager. What we do here in Friends of the Earth, we do environmental campaigning, we work on climate change, we work on environmental justice, we work on waste management, and we also work in promoting a sustainable environment for Cyprus. Cyprus gained its independence in 1960 from the British rule. And during that time, and even before that time, the two communities, the Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots, they were living together. Not always in harmony, but they were coexisting in several forms. In 1963, there were a lot of internal intense disputes going on between these communities, between the Turkish Cypriots and the Greek Cypriots. And all these disputes led basically into the events of 1974, where the Turkish military invaded the island. And since 1974, the two communities are being separated. Varosha is a very special place for Cyprus. It was one of the most popular touristic places before the invasion. It was an area that was very forward-thinking, so it was filled with very classy hotels, very classy tourists. So it was the base for the touristic model that we have in Cyprus. So it was a huge diamond, let's say, for the island. After the invasion, Varosha is basically empty, so we call it the ghost city. And recently, Erdogan decided to reopen the Varosha in order to resettle it with Turkish officials.
Right now, only 3.5% has been opened, but at the end, the whole area of Varosha will be opened up for everyone to enjoy. People owning their properties there in the past will have the right to come back and enjoy their properties. Hotels will be run again. Varosha will be opened altogether for settlement. It will turn into a lively city, livelier than what it was in the past, respecting the property rights of individuals, Greek Cypriot or other foreign nationals. But it's an area to be administered by TRNC. That is not debatable.
The Eastmed project aims, if it will be materialized, to transfer natural gas from the Eastern Mediterranean to Europe. The strategic objective of the European Union behind its involvement in the Eastmed project is the diversification of energy resources and the decrease of its dependence on Russia. Italy is involved in two ways in the energy-related developments in the Eastern Mediterranean. First, through the participation of an Italian-owned company in the research activities, both offshore Cyprus and offshore Egypt. And the second way is because Italy is part of the agreement on the Eastmed, despite the fact that it has not so far signed the agreement that was concluded between Israel, Greece and Cyprus in 2020. Italy has demonstrated its will to be part of it as the terminal of the pipeline. The opening of Varosha at this very moment could be interpreted as a part of a broader strategy that aims to re-establish Turkish control over political developments in Cyprus and in the broader Eastern Mediterranean. The gas discoveries are involved because Turkey believed that it would lose the control of things in the Eastern Mediterranean, so we need to react. And the opening of Varosha seems to be one step in the framework of this reaction.
Limassol is the second larger city in Cyprus. Is a place where all the energy is being produced. So the Limassol area is the energy hub of Cyprus.
The environmental impacts or the environmental issue in the prospect of exploitation or exploration of gas is not taken into consideration in the public discussions about gas. Gas is a cleaner form of energy instead of the current form we are using, that is mazout. I think they're not clean at all. And so it's an improvement, but definitely there should be a plan so that we transit into the renewable energy resources.
You know that projects like gas, they are meant to be for minimum 30 years. We are 21, 22, and we have to be by 2050 zero emissions. So for how many years are we going to operate the investments that we are going to do for gas?
We do not want gas because gas is going to lock Cyprus into a fossil fuel future. So we're going to build all this infrastructure, put all this money in for something that we're going to use until 2050 max. We want to push for renewable energy sources. We want to push for community energy. We want to push to get free and safe energy that comes from the sun to all people in Cyprus, regarding of which communities they come from.